another image of it. Does this look like two curtains, a veil hanging? And if you were to puncture this, what would you be doing? You would be ripping the veil. And the Egyptians noted in the study that I read that this could be punctured simply with a reed and tapping it with a little piece of wood or a small rock. You could tear the veil. Tear the veil and enter into the Holy of Holies. Yep. This is I think from the top down view. This is like a seat. Okay. Now, as a little review, the veil is a reference to the veil that was in front of the Holy of Holies place. For example, in the Solomon's Temple, which separated the Holy of Holies from the Holy Room itself. The Holy Room, Holy Body, basically. And you'll see why I say that here in a minute. The Holy Room from the Holy of Holies. And the Holy of Holies had a veil, and then you had the Ark of the Covenant in there, which had the tablets that Moses scribed with the commandments on it. Okay, and they were inside of the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant was a box, basically, with two handles or reeds. Okay, let's see if it'll come together for you here in a little bit. Okay. I'm going to read this, but we're going to keep moving pretty quick. Try to, anyways. It says, and Moses went up to God, and the Lord called unto him out of the mountain, saying, Thus shalt thou say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel, Ye have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, and how I bare you on eagle's wings, and brought you unto myself. You're fixing to find out why there's such a fascination with wings and eagles and all that. Not eagles. Okay. And it says, Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, which is what's in the Ark of the Covenant, then ye shall be a particular treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine.
Which was the 10 Commandments, was in the covenant. That's a known fact. Not on extra ones, I'm trying to push on you.
Says, this is Ruth 2:12. The Lord recompense thy work, and a full reward be given thee of the Lord God of Israel, under whose wings thou art come to trust. Start to understand the wings, maybe? Let's keep going. Right here. And for the house he made windows of narrow lights, and against the wall of the house he built chambers round about. Against the wall of the house he built chambers round about. Against the walls of the house round about, both of the temple and of the oracle. And he made chambers round about. Okay. See any of these words starting to come back, like orbital or oracle and wings, okay, and lights, windows. The innermost chamber was 5 cubits broad, and the middle was 6 cubits broad, and the third was, hang in there. I know some of you might not like a lot of reading, but this is important. I'm getting ready to lay you down in your chair. Was 7 cubits broad, for without in the wall of the house he made narrow rests round about, that the beams should be not fastened in the walls of the house.
House
And
is
the
your
house,
body.
when it was in building, was built of stone, made ready before it, and was brought thither, so that there was neither hammer nor axe nor any tool of iron heard in the house while it was being built. So no iron or metals in this house.
Or any tools.
It's all of natural things. Okay? So
A natural house.
Keep going. Says he built 20 cubits on the sides of the house, of the floor and the walls, and the boards of cedar. He even built them for it within, even for the oracle, even for the most holy place. And the house, that is, the temple before it, was 40 cubits long.
Your body's the temple.
And the cedar of the house within was carved with knobs and open flowers, all was cedar, there was no stone seen. And the oracle he prepared for the house within to set the ark of the covenant of the Lord. It says, and 5 cubits. I'm going to blow your mind here in just a minute. And 5 cubits was the one wing of the cherub, and 5 cubits was the other wing of the cherub. And the uttermost part of the one wing unto the uttermost part of the other were 10 cubits. And the other cherub was 10 cubits. Both cherubims were of one measure and one size. And the height of one cherub was 10 cubits, and so it was of the other cherub. And he set the cherubs within the inner house, and they stretched forth their wings of the cherubims, so that the wing of the one touched the one wall, and the wing of the other cherub touched the other wall. And their wings touched one another in the midst of the house. And he overlaid them with gold. Okay? You know what house we're talking about? I think we're talking about Solomon's temple, right? Some of you know where I'm going. So here's cherubims, okay? Wings on the arms, wings on the legs, okay? And you have these poles right here, these poles, and you have this inner area here, and the mercy seat, and this is in the Holy of the Holies, okay? Basically is the Holy of the Holies, okay? And you notice you have a reed laying down here. Interesting, you know? Now you have to understand how the dark side works. They take everything that is good and godly and holy and they turn it upside down. So they named, remember the name Christa Galli? Well, you notice right away that it has a gematria of 666, right? We're going to get more into 666 here in a second. I'm going to really blow your mind on a few things tonight.
And we're not going to get to gematria.
This, of course,
pause this.
matches.
You're not getting to the gematria. Gematria it is telling on them because the number of that, what they want you to do is that. And if you go ahead and do what that thing is saying, what they want you to do, that Egyptian, they want to stick it right there to mess you all up. You live inside here. You live in there. That's why they want to poke it. And what is it? nothing more than Egyptian evil ceremony, sacrificing you to the what? The burning bush with the ship, which is the devil. If you do this, you taking the mark of the beast. If you get it through the mouth, mark of the beast. I don't care what test, mark of the beast. Don't do it. Just say no.